it is fall, which means one thing: everything needs to be fall related. I went ahead and spent an entire day making this adorable dog cookie board. Yeah, and it's super easy to make. The ingredients are honestly just three things. And then decorating is super easy too. I went ahead and made apple chips as well. This is my first time dehydrating anything. So let me show you guys how I did it. These are most of the ingredients I used. I ended up adding stuff to it, but everything's super easy. Pumpkin, flour, cinnamon, the apple for the apple chips, cookie cutters, and then I also used some coconut oil, just a spoonful. I used a whole can of this dog pumpkin puree. And then I don't use recipes. I've never been a recipe girly. I love cooking. I'm good at cooking. But I can follow a recipe, but I'd rather make things on my own. So I used 1 can of the pumpkin puree, and then I ended up using 3 cups of flour. You'll see me adding 1 cup at first, and then half a cup by half a cup, because like I said, I wasn't using a recipe. I was figuring this out on my own. Okay, and then I just have a piece of parchment paper and some flour to put the dough on. And now is when I realized that I don't have a rolling pin as well. So don't have a mixer, don't have a rolling pin. I start to hand flatten it, and then I'm like, you know what? We gotta have something somewhere. So I got this paper towel tube. This one's more sturdy than a regular one because it's for reusable paper towels. I put a little bit of flour on it. Anytime it starts to get sticky, I rub flours on the roll and get to work. And it worked really, really well. I will say after baking and stuff for hours, I did end up finding a rolling pin. Well, something similar to one. I don't really know what it is, but it could have worked too. But this worked perfectly, so it doesn't matter. And yes, I know I should be going from the middle outwards. It's just, it is what it is. So go ahead, I'm going to make different shapes and stuff for different things. For the pumpkins, I'm going to make them like filled, basically. So it's going to be a bottom pumpkin, the doggy whipped cream, and then a pumpkin on top. Then we have these cute little leaves. These are just going to be cookies. So I'm doing everything in fours. I have 4 dogs. So it's going to be in 4s or 8s. This one about the dough ended up making an insane amount of cookies, especially if you end up going smaller. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of dog cookies. This cookie cutter, I think, is an apple. I went with just 4 of these. I have 2 of them right next to me right now. They're on the tray. So you're gonna set your oven to 350, and then I cooked mine for 20 minutes. So normally probably 20 to 25. Boop. And then here's another tray that I did. Some of the same leaves, some of different leaves, and then some bones. I was going to make the cream filled ones with the big leaves, but I didn't. So after it's all baked, let's get to decorating. I'm using coconut oil kind of as my adhesive. I think for the bones I probably should have went with the pumpkin to use, because obviously coconut oil gets warm, it melts, it sifts. And then I'm just using cinnamon to decorate it. Next we're using the dog whipped cream. And then I just go ahead and throw these into the freezer. These guys were super fun to make. So I make half of them cinnamon and half of them pumpkin. So the powder pumpkin I'm using is from Rogue Pet Science. They are a supplement company that I absolutely love. They are legitimately my favorite supplement companies. I am one of the only people that have a code with them. Use their products. They're fantastic. Code FLAMBO to save 10% on their products. You will not be disappointed. After counting, I realized I was missing one. So, boom, add more coconut oil and we're good to go. Even if you don't want to put powders and stuff on it, the coconut oil really helps to get the flour off and to make them a lot more orange. See, I let it kind of dissolve and then I add more. I want it to kind of look like brown sugar. is like sprinkled on top. Genuinely, I think these guys ended up being my favorite cookies. I loved the way they looked. I thought they were so cute. Okay, so for these guys, I use some more of the canned pumpkin for the adhesive. And looking back now, I probably should have done pumpkin for the adhesive on most of them. Because it's worked really well, but these guys I wanted to be very, very orange. In my head, I had planned way before I got everything to use shredded or grated carrots to look like sprinkles. And I thought this is a fantastic way to get them on and to get them to stay on without them potentially melting off what they would have with coconut oil. Look how cute that looks. So simple, it's good for your dogs, like, and it looks so cute. I'm going to grate some up and then dehydrate them to use for enrichment activities too. I highly suggest getting the apple tips started way before the cookies. It does take about 6 hours in the air fryer to dehydrate. So I cut some to be tips. And then some diced to use for enrichment later on. I thought about making like an apple filling for some of the cookies, and then I was like, girl, oops, calm down, okay? We'll get back to that. We'll see if that becomes a thing. Let's just make this a little bit simple. I didn't make too many because I realized I wasn't really going to need too many. But the dogs do end up liking them. I'm trying really hard to just do new and different things for their enrichment activities and like for fillers. I know I'm sorry lots of people use apples and shredded carrots and stuff, but I just want to switch it up for my guys. And also bring in kind of seasonal elements. I'm just going to put some cinnamon on these guys and then throw them into the air fryer. Yes, I do have a huge dehydrator, but it is currently at my mom's house. So I'm just using the air fryer for dehydrate. There you go, 6 hours. And here is everything done and complete. I think it looks so cute, but let's be realistic. Let's see how the dogs like it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you want to see us do next. And we will see you in the next video.